leads right into our next question. So particularly for older people, but actually it impacts everyone at some point in their life, we have this inner voice that tells us we can't pursue something, that we're too old, that we don't have the background, that we don't have the drive, that we're not, that we just can't do it. Or especially with age, that we missed our shot and we really can't do anything new and exciting and interesting. What would you say to someone who is battling this inner voice, Howard, while considering taking a leap into a new chapter? And you're on.
Well, yeah. I got it. Well, the first thing I would say is that you're not really old until you have more regrets than dreams. And as long as you can dream, as long as you can look forward, then you're not old. You're still active. And, you know, I think the healthiest thing you can do is strive for whatever it is, you know, a best personal record, a fastest race, you know, have a goal that keeps you moving forward, because you know, this isn't something we want to give into. It's not like old age or baldness or whatever. It's something we want to control. And so I think that, you know, honestly, as long as your health is good, you know, I like to say my health is good, it's my age that's a problem. But the truth is that these are rare times where, because technology is so inexpensive, where maturity is actually something that we value these days, that I think age is not a limiter. I think everybody should take that jump.
Fabulous, Howard. Let's see what Julie has to say about that.
So, well, first of all, the first thing I think about is there's that famous, you know, Yale study from 2002 that told us that thinking positively about getting older adds 7.5 years to your life. So I think about that all the time. I think about that all the time. And I think that, you know, self-talk really has to be about embracing a positive self-perception of aging. And I say that as a very not new agey person, but what we tell ourselves, I think, really matters. I made a career change a massive 180-degree career change at 49. And I thought, oh my God, I better do it now before I get too old. And now 10 years later, I'm thinking, okay, what's the next thing? You know, I mean, how crazy was I then to think that I was going to be too old? So I think people need to take the leap. I think, you know, we're better. The experience and wisdom, right, that we offer at 50 is better than 30. You know, if you were a great manager at 30, you're a better manager at 50. And I really like the term too that that Chip Conley has coined, which is the modern elder. I love that. Because it's really about midlife being an open field of innovation and inspiration. And sort of to the point, I'm working with 4 founders right now who are all over 45, and 3 of them over 50. And they're amazing. And they move so much faster because of what they bring to the table, and because of the energy, and because they feel like they're pressed now to get something done that they're passionate about.
Great. Mark, do you have something to add to that?
Well, I just got off my board meeting with Chip Conley on the board, so I want to endorse everything Julie. You know, Chip has another great phrase. He describes himself, you know, the modern elder as a combination of a mentor and an intern, as a kind of mentern, and that might be a watchword for us. You know, I love that Joseph Campbell line that midlife is when you get to the top of the ladder and discover it's leaning against the wrong wall. So, you know, leap question is not, you know, can feel like you're out of step, but yet so many of us are having to navigate that shift. And it, you know, it doesn't have to be a leap necessarily. It can be a step, and you can, you know, try on various roles at this juncture in ways that provide a real flavor for, you know, what the change might actually feel like.
Oh, that's wonderful. And let's hear from Andy.